This week we're back in the garage and we are working on the Kayak camping trailer. Today I think I'm going to fabricate some brackets up front to carry our max tracks, and we're going to hack off the back end of this trailer. Y'all stick around. All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name's TJ. Welcome to Kayak USA. Today we are working on the Kayak camping trailer build. Now, if this is the first time you've seen this trailer, the first time you laid eyes on it, I've got several videos leading up to this point. You can go back to my homepage and check out where I built the frame for the rooftop tent, added the hidden air conditioning unit, rod pods, all kind of cool stuff. Today we're going to talk about the front end of this thing, some changes that I'm making. So if you've been following along, you know that I had planned on building a table that folds down from the side right here. And this week I even filmed some. I filmed me building and cutting the metal and building the frame for the fold down table, and I've got it all squared away, and that was the purpose of today's video. I was actually going to film me installing it, and I kind of just talked myself out of it. I realized that the air conditioning unit is actually right here, and if it's on, it's just blowing constant hot air out of these vents or these fins or whatever you want to call them. But if I put the table here when we're camping and I've got the air conditioner blowing, it's just going to be blowing out hot air, not to mention the condensation I have draining. It kind of just drains out right here and it's just going to come down on top of the table. I know I could probably run a tube and run it off somewhere, but I think having a table right here sounded kind of cool at the time, but since the tent opens on the other side and we're going to be doing the camping on the other side, I've changed my mind, and I don't think that we're going to add the table. I think that I'm just going to add me some brackets today. We're going to fabricate up 2 straps that go up through here, and we can mount our max tracks on the side because we're going to have like an axe or our shovel mounted on this end, and we can put our max tracks over here. We're going to end up meshing in the bottom of this trailer too, so I think it'll all blend in real good. And just, we always carry around, and I'll show you in a minute, just one of those fold out tables when we go camping, you know, those white ones. And I found a few places that I could actually mount that table. And the good thing about having a fold out table like that is we can set it up anywhere. We don't have to set it right behind an air conditioner unit or right up on the trailer. We could set it out in like a screened in tent somewhere off the campsite or away from the trailer. So I think that's what we're gonna do. That's the reason I'm not adding it. I know it sounded cool and it looked cool, and I actually sweated to death yesterday out here cutting that metal and filming and building it just for me to change my mind on it. But that's how these projects go sometimes. Sometimes you have a great idea, then when you really think about it some, you figure out, hey, maybe that's not such a great idea after all. So today we're just gonna fabricate up some brackets to mount the max tracks, and I'm thinking about doing this while I'm building these max tracks brackets in today's video. I'm gonna make up my mind whether I'm just gonna pull the trigger. I'm really debating on cutting the ends of this trailer off, like not the actual trailer. I'm not going to cut the trailer in half, but we don't need these side rails past the fender, and I'm thinking about just taking and cutting these side rails off, because I'm noticing when my kayak's on here or I'm getting up here to unload the tent, I have to walk all the way down here. I hope you can still see me, and I have to climb up on the tent or the trailer to get up there. When I can climb over this if I wanted to, but if these walls wasn't here, it'd be a whole lot easier for me to strap the kayak down, rig the kayak and stuff while it's on the trailer. So I'm really debating on just cutting here, taking these 3 supports off, and taking this end off right here. So I don't know, I'm gonna think about this some more today while we're filming and building these max tracks brackets up front. And yeah, let's get to it. It's hot as Hades in here, so I'm gonna open up these 3 garage doors, throw on some music for you guys, and get to fabricating. I've kind of got it figured out in my head how I want to do it. We just got to start cutting and bolting some stuff on here, so let's get to it. hold up, let's pause the video right there for just a second. I want to show you guys something. This is the T8 Apex. Check this bad boy out. It is a, let me hold this button down. See it booting up right there? This is a jump starter for your vehicle. So if you get stranded somewhere, the little digital screen just tells you, let's see if I can get it out of the light. It's got 100% battery on it right now. This will jump start your vehicle several times, and there's a bypass button on here. So if you get out and your battery's just completely gone, like it's shot, you left your lights on while you were camping, or you put your boat in the water and you went fishing all day long, you come back, find out you left your lights on, you got no battery left, this will actually still crank your vehicle for you, and it weighs nothing. This is like the size of the new iPhone. So it comes in this really cool hard case, and it's got a little book with it. But look at these heavy duty terminal clamps that come with it. Look at that. So this thing is solid. I've had it for about a month now. Hadn't had to use it yet, but that's the thing about these things. You don't need them until you need them. So this thing is gonna live in the toolbox on my trailer. So if we get out camping somewhere and we end up having to jump start ourselves, or if we're somewhere where someone needs help, we can help them out with this thing. We'll always have it and we'll always be prepared. So I'm gonna link this in the top link of the video description. Full disclosure, they did send me this for free, but it's amazing. I did the research on it. I wouldn't share it with you guys if I didn't think it was an awesome tool. And it's lightweight. You throw it in your truck, throw it in your car, and it won't leave you stranded out on the side of the road somewhere. So back to the video. All right, the Max Tracks are mounted and they ain't going anywhere. I was able to do it real simple, no welding in this video so far. So I was just able to cut some of this 1/8 strip, I think it's 2 inch by 1/8. And I was able to put just 2 strips on here, bolt them on with bolts, and then I use these Max Tracks mounts where these actually, they're lockable, and I'll show you up close here in just a minute, and you can actually put either 2 or 4 Max Tracks. I've only got 2, but it locks 2 of them on solid, and if I had 2 more, you can twist this middle lock and add 2 more on the same mount. So that's why they kind of stick out a little bit further. And these are all 4 lockable, like I said, so they're not going anywhere. And I want to go to the back real quick. I want to show you guys, I've kind of changed my mind, and I told you guys this is how I am. I think about stuff for too long, but I got to thinking that I've got a lot of weight on the front of this trailer, and if I take off those side rails, I'm going to be removing even more weight from the back, making the nose even heavier than it actually is. So I think what I'm going to do is add some side baskets. Now, let me take you guys off the tripod. I'm going to walk you around the trailer, and I want to get your suggestions on what you think about this idea. So let's go back here to the back. So when I come back here, I set the camera up and I was gonna shoot the video, you know, the other half of this video where I'm actually cutting these off. I was gonna cut them like right in here at the fender and then cut these off and maybe extend the boards out to here. But then I got to thinking that I'm not gonna be able to use this space anyway because the fender's here, so I can't really, I mean, the only advantage would be, like I said at the beginning of the video, I could get on and off of the trailer easier than having to walk, you know, around it or climb over the top of it. But if I take this off, the front end is going to be even heavier than it actually is because this has got a little bit of counterweight to it. But here's my idea. I plan on using the wire mesh, you know, that's usually on the bottom of those trailers, the utility trailers, that wire mesh stuff. And I plan on going on the inside around the front of this anyway and meshing it in. That way when we're hauling firewood and stuff like that, when we're camping, we don't lose it, you know, it don't roll off or fall through the side of the trailer. We'll have that wire mesh there. And I got to thinking, if I went ahead and continued on back here, and I put the wire mesh all the way down the side of the trailer on both sides, all the way down, and then right here where these are out, I build I have to get me some more angle iron like this, but then I could build me another box essentially, and then have this come across here, and then essentially have a little box that's made out of wire mesh on both sides where we could put jerry cans, firewood, stuff like that. And if I wanted to, I could even put a lid on it. But I'm thinking that just we turn this into more of like a basket. And all I would need is get some more of this 2-inch angle iron that's already on here. I could frame it out, and then when I wrap this with the wire mesh, I could continue this with wire mesh and have a place to put all kind of cool, you know, we could put jerry cans, anything that we need when we're camping, our chairs and stuff, because this will be about a 3.5 foot section where we could drop our camp chairs and stuff like that. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking now, so I'm gonna hold off today on cutting this off. Let me know what you think in the comments below this video. I'm very curious on what you guys think. I get a lot of input from you guys and it usually helps me out a whole lot. So Don't be shy. Hit me up in the comments if you've got some sort of an idea of what we should do. If I should cut these off, tell me why. If I shouldn't cut these off and I should build a basket or something behind this fender, because it's kind of wasted space. Like I said, we already have to walk around the back to get on and off this thing. So just let me know. I'm gonna take you guys off, like I said, real quick and do a full walk around, because I also want to show you where I think I'm gonna be mounting our camping table. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we're gonna use the fold-out camping tables so we can move them around where we want to. And I found a cool little spot, as you can see, right up under the tent, where I think I can actually mount 2 of our camping tables for storage when we travel, so they're not in the way. We don't have to throw them on the back of the truck and dig them out and stuff like that. So for you guys that haven't seen this trailer yet, and this is the first video you've watched, this is my four-wheeler rack, or my motorcycle rack, or ramp, I should say. It's a little rack that holds my ramp, because we took off the big swing down gate ramp off the back of this thing when we first got it. And now we've always got that ramp with us. So if we, usually this is a kayak trailer, but during the winter when we're taking four-wheelers, we've got our ramp and we can lock it up on the front. This is the rack that I just built, and it's solid as a rock. It just bolts right on. And the cool thing, I didn't want to weld it, because later on, if we want to change this up, I can just unbolt this and move it to somewhere else and still be able to utilize the rack system. I don't have to grind off a weld or something like that. But it looks really good. It's a good flush mount, and I think it goes real good with the rod pods on the other side. It kind of boxes in the whole front of the trailer. And here's where I'm talking about. So as you can see, the fender sticks out maybe a foot. And if I put right here angle iron and I put it up even with this end, let me see if I can get a good shot. So that would put me having a box right here where I can maybe put some wire mesh and, like I said, make a cool area to store stuff. And then right here is where I've got my carpeted center 3-inch PVC pipe. I've got it double rolled with carpet, so the Hobie just kind of slides right on. I've got my strapping system across the bottom. Just picked that up from Harbor Freight so that I can move the straps in different locations whenever I'm hauling, 2 motorcycles or a four-wheeler or a kayak. But right here is what I wanted to show you. So up under my billy bars, that's the rack holding my tent onto my frame that I built. I've got this gap, and it ended up being a perfect fit. Look at this, for my table to slide in. So what I can do is I can put a few pins going across the center to give me a stopping point, so this stops in. And I'm thinking what I can do is just drill a couple of holes right in here, straight down, and then when we push the tables in and they hit the back wall, I can just drop a couple of pins in, and it would lock the tables from like sliding around or sliding out. And I've got 2 like this, and I believe I could put them side by side, and that would be a good spot to kind of hide our camping tables, get them out of the way. And they're not made of metal, so they're really light. It's that Rubbermaid plastic stuff. So now I guess I gotta make a run to the steel yard to get me some of that expanded metal and a couple of sticks of angle iron so we can get started on the next video here. But I think the Max Trax right here was a good idea. I know a lot of you guys were looking forward to the fold down table. I can still go back and do that. Just hit me up in the comments of give me your suggestions on why it would be a better idea not to mount these here if you think I should still do the fold down table. I already know that during the fall, the air conditioner unit probably will not be mounted on here. I made it so it's a quick disconnect, so I can undo a bolt over here and a bolt over here in the track system, and we can just take this whole thing off. So it's not gonna be in the way during the fall. So if there was a table here, probably wouldn't hurt anything at all. But for now, I think I weighed my pros and cons. Having the Max Trax here out of the way, they're lightweight. And if I get the truck stuck pulling this trailer up on the mountain somewhere, I can just run back here and grab them. But just let me know. They're bolted on. We can always move these and change them. Also, let me know what you think about the side rails. Should I cut them off? Should I make the baskets? Let me know in the comments below. If you like today's video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new, go check out my homepage. I got a lot of videos like this. We're building a Hobie Pro Angler, sitting behind you guys on the tripod right now. We're building that out. I got a lot of stuff ordered for that coming right now. It's on the way, so we got some videos to film there and some trips. So we've got some adventures planned where we're going to throw that Hobie on this trailer, and we're going to go to some cool places I've never been. I've never filmed there before, at least, and we're going to go check it out, get some cool footage, and do some camping. So if you're new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Go check out my homepage. Like I just said, I think I just repeated this. Hit the join button if you want to join and support the channel. You can become a member of the Yak-Squad by hitting that join button up under this video. And I'll catch you guys next Thursday at 2 o'clock. Peace.